Hi class. Um, Continuing from the last recording, so I was looking at this light intensity, right? So to reinforce what I'm talking about just now, so from point A to point B, light intensity is important. As I increase the light intensity from 0 to 200, I will actually increase the rate of photosynthesis. But if no matter what I do, I keep on increase the light intensity from 200 to 300 or even to 400, right? No matter what I do, the rate of photosynthesis will not increase any further. It will stop at maximum 60. So in this case, from point B onwards, light will be no longer a limiting factor. It must be something else. All right. So to repeat, from point A to point B, light is a limiting factor, which meaning that it actually affects a process. So if I actually increase the amount of light intensity, the amount of photosynthesis, the rate of photosynthesis will increase. So this is what we meant by limiting factor. Any factor that direct affects a process here, right? So if I increase the light intensity, the rate of photosynthesis will increase. But from point B to point C, no matter what I do, I will not be able to increase the rate of photosynthesis any further. Okay, it remain constant here. So what is happening? So using the factory example from point B to C, so this is actually what exactly happening. Okay, like in the case of a light, right? It's like similar to our electricity. So no matter what I do, I keep on pump more electricity, keep on give the factory a lot of electricity. But if I don't increase my other raw materials, like my wood, my nail, no matter what I do, I keep on give a lot of electricity, I will not be able to give more chairs and tables unless I also increase the amount of wood and nail. So meaning that from point B to C, right, there must be some other factors that will actually limit the rate of photosynthesis. Some other factor will be important that will help to further increase my rate of photosynthesis. Okay, moving on. Right. Again, so in this case, light intensity is no longer the limiting factor from point B to C. So must be something else. Right. Okay, now let's take a look at another example of this graph, which talk about carbon dioxide. Okay, so you can see from the first experiment, the gray color, the gray line. Okay, this is the first experiment, the gray line, and the orange line represent the second experiment. Okay, so the first experiment represented by the gray line is a 1% carbon dioxide. Okay, concentration. The orange, the second experiment, give me a 3% carbon dioxide concentration. Please take note, they are happening at the same degree Celsius. They are happening at 20 degrees Celsius. So, do you think carbon dioxide is a limiting factor here? That means first experiment, 1%. As I change my carbon dioxide to 3%, okay, this is the second experiment that I have, the rate of photosynthesis. So looking at this graph, do you think carbon dioxide is a limiting factor? Is carbon dioxide important? The answer is yes, because as I change the carbon dioxide from 1% to 3%, it actually caused a great increase in the rate of photosynthesis. See, from 1% is so low, but as I increase, it becomes 3%. So again, repeat again, a limiting factor is a factor that's able to affect a process if its quantity is actually changed, right? So you can see that if I from 1% to 3%, I actually causes a change in the rate of photosynthesis. So in this case, right, carbon dioxide is a limiting factor. Okay, okay. So you can see that as I increase the raw material, the wood, right? Okay, it will actually increase the number of chairs and the tables. Right, I will stop here first.